Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 104th, I think, episode of Heart of Poland. Over 100 episodes talking to interesting people. And for a long time, my YouTube feed is popping up with videos from Sayali, who's with us today. Hello, Sayali. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Now, Sayali,
Thank you for having me.
tell us where you're from and how it is you came to Poland.
All right. Yes. So, coming to Poland was a great journey, and it's been. So, firstly, I wanted to say that I am from India. I'm from Mumbai, and all through my life, I've born and brought up in Mumbai, and it's been 1.5 years that I am in Poland. So, we moved here because of my husband's work opportunity here, and that's how we landed up in Poland. And the thought that got me to get to YouTube was because I wanted to set up something of my own, and that's where I had a thought of getting, you know maybe not a business, but yes, this is what my business is, and I treat my YouTube channel as my business. And yes, it was an incredible journey until now, and it's been 1.5 years that we are in Warsaw itself. And yes, it's quite happening. It's quite fun, and majorly, what we feel is Warsaw is more or less like Mumbai. Like, it's quite happening, and it's quite fun here, and people around are also quite good. So yeah, that's really nice.
I'm just going to show. I'm going to experiment a little bit, guys, because Sadi's got something to show. So unfortunately, the adverts will come up in a second. So I'm going to have
Oh
to answer the question
yeah.
now. Can you, Sadi, just tell us what you thought you'd find in Poland and reality? So what was the expectation and what was the reality of coming to Poland, that first bit? There we go. I'm going to show you actually experiencing Poland whilst you talk about it.
Yes. So I actually had, when someone is traveling abroad, or it's the first time you travel abroad. So Poland, for me, traveling to Poland was the first time I was going to travel abroad. So it was a very big deal, and staying away from your family was a very big thing. Going around in my mind, and how am I going to adjust, and how is it that just me and my husband going to adjust here? But at that moment that we were so excited to come here, I mean, we just flew with no thoughts at all, with no planning. How are we going to stay here, and how are we going to manage? We just flew here, and things happened, and reality started stacking, and it's like it's we wanted to fly home when it was almost 7 to 8 months of us staying in Warsaw. But then the lockdown stuck, and then we are here. We've not yet been to India once also that we've been here. So yes,
Right.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna chop off this advert, which has appeared rather inconveniently. I think so. I need to get on top of my YouTube game like you do. Uh, so, so,
you would actually find
let me
sorry,
ask this, Sally. Amount of research zero is what you're saying?
sorry.
Amount of research about Poland zero, or you guys did a little bit of research?
Yes. A little bit of research, and I mean, I cannot say that it's too much, but a little bit of research. I mean, all through that, I have been in my videos, and I have said in my videos, or rather, that I've talked in my videos. Yeah, so a little bit, and yes, it's quite great. It's
Sally, I think everyone's always interested in people come from different cultures coming to Poland,
Mhm,
and I think it's fair to say that
mhm,
Poland, ever since the tragedy of the Second World War, has been a fairly mono-cultural, mono-ethnic
mhm.
country. Although, actually, if you go back into Poland's past, it's really been quite a
Yes.
diverse country at various times, the most diverse at one point in Europe.
Yeah.
How did people react to you? Because I think a lot of people would say, "Oh, watch out, Poland's a
Mhm,
dangerous place for someone from
mhm,
India."
mhm. Yeah. So not directly, but I had people saying to me, just be careful how are you going to play around the city. Or, I mean, by play around, I mean, when you move around the city, you might face any issues or any acts of racism and stuff like that. But honestly, from my side, it's been 1.5 year, like I said earlier. Me and my husband, we have never ever faced any acts of any negative stuff as of now, which is really good. And we feel we've heard about it also. It's not that we have not heard about it. We have our friends here, or rather more Indian people staying here or Asian people staying here, and we have heard a lot of things from there. But personally, we have not experienced any kind of a dangerous act or any kind of racism act. So from my perspective, it's pretty safe. I mean, you be nice to people, people will be nice to you. That's it. That's what I feel.
Yes, I see. And you go around to places that I think a lot of people, again, I'm always interested in people who go off the beaten path. So you've been
Mhm.
to little spots and we can scroll down. You've been to Olsztyn and Nieporent and
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
you seem to have traveled around a fair bit.
Uh, the last year, 2019, actually, my husband and I had been to various other countries as well, but not much within Poland. But now that we are having an opportunity to go around in Poland, we have been to Nieporent, which is a beach on the outskirts of Warsaw. Then we've been to Olsztyn now. That was our latest trip. And mind me, there were not too many Indians or too many Asians, but yeah, we felt safe. Yeah, it was quite great. I mean, in fact, there were instances where it was only us who were in between all the Polish people in the maybe in restaurants or maybe on the beaches or anywhere of that sort. But then it was absolutely safe, and people were in fact helping us upfrontly, with wherever there were not English menus, wherever there was just menus in Polish language. So people
Yes.
were helping us upfrontly, if you want us to help you or something of that sort, which was really great. I mean, I didn't really feel that people were making or having the difference between the two nations or the two kind of people.
Well, yes, and I think that's one of the great things about Poland because it doesn't always get the best rep, which is
Uh-huh.
undeserved. And when people come here, they're often pleasantly surprised by just how friendly people are and help you
Absolutely,
out.
absolutely. And
Uh,
moreover, what I feel is you cannot say that Poland has good people or bad people, or India has good people or bad people. It's just the way how you are with the opposite person. If you are good, the person is obviously going to be good. I mean, unnecessary. You are not going to go and get yourself into trouble. It's just simple. I mean, if
yeah.
that makes sense, yeah.
It does absolutely, and I've been living in. Actually, guys, this bit of an announcement for me. It's my 10-year anniversary of moving to Poland with my one-way ticket, one bag, and
Mhm.
um, well do I remember that 10 years ago. So a little bit ahead of the curve, but meeting all these old hands who've been here in the 90s, you feel like the country's
That's
changed a lot.
great.
Um, uh, so what would you say are the kind of, if you had to pick out some cultural differences between India and Poland? I know
Mhm.
India's a big country, there's a lot of
Ah,
cultures in
that's
India.
fine. Yeah.
What were you not expecting? And that hospitality, for
Mhm.
example, I think, India's quite well known, great hospitality too. So what do you
Mhm.
notice about Poles? What have you picked out?
Talking about the lifestyle, the difference between the two nations' lifestyle is basically the major role of the lifestyle here is it. I think the climate plays a lot of major role here, because
Yeah.
according to the climate you have to change your daily cycle, your daily routines and everything of that sort. But in India, since the climate is just that the climate is divided into three seasons, and that's it. You know that it's going to be from December to January, or I mean from November to February it's going to be the winters, or from March to August it's going to be the summers, and from summers later, the rainy season. That's it. That's the cycle which is being followed there. But whereas here you have to change according to the weather outside. So when it's winters, you have to change your food cycle, the time you have your food. So in India, we never followed all these stuffs. It's just like all through the year we had our family dinners sharp at 9 p.m. That's it. Here now, coming to Poland, during winters we have to have our dinner by 7 p.m. and go off to bed at 9 p.m. I mean, that's something, our parents also are very surprised. Like, I mean, you guys have your dinner at 7 in the evening. That's the time when you used to have your snack. But then that's how, we have to adjust all these stuffs, and it's pretty fun. I mean, we are experiencing new stuff. So in the last year, it was not that we were, more into all these things. Like we didn't really know what are the things that you need to follow in each seasons and each weather. But now that we know a little bit more about this kind of culture, the Polish culture, we are really into it, and we try to follow as much as we can. And yes, we are happy with it. I mean, it's not that we are not missing the Indian lifestyle or our Indian culture, but we are enjoying this as well a lot.
We've got a video here of you showing what life in Warsaw looks like under the coronavirus. There's a
Yeah.
well-known Polish street there, and Polish church, and I wonder how is it going with the Polish language, Sayali?
Oh Lord, Polish language. I mean, all I know is Cześć, Dzień dobry, Dzięki. That is all. Oh, that is all I know about Polish language. I mean, I know it's been a while that we've been here, but yes, in the near future, I would love to learn Polish language. Although I have heard that it's kind of difficult to remember, or rather to speak some few words in Polish language, which are really very tongue twistings, and they are literally tongue twisters. I mean, yeah, it's kind of confusing. I mean, it's very difficult to have those words mesmerizing.
What does it sound like to you? Because this is something I've lost, and anyone who lives for long enough, you know how it is. You just don't notice it in the same way. What does it sound like? Kind of what Russian sounds like? Because that's what I always used to say.
I'm
Is the
sorry.
Polish language melodic to you?
Is the
Is
could you
does
pardon?
how does the Polish language sound like to you? If you had to describe it.
How does the Polish language sound to me? Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I can only hear when actually Polish people start speaking Polish language. I can actually hear the sus in them. That's what I can catch up. That's it. I mean, at times I wonder how fast they can speak. I mean, although it's the language here, but how is it that your tongue rolls so fast? I mean, it's so difficult. At times I even get confused between Chindobre and Jinky and stuff, but then having these big words memorizing it's really difficult. And moreover, when I hear people talking around us in public transports or restaurants, it's just the churs, or this is all I can just hear. That's it.
Guys, it brings me. I just love hearing that because I've been here for so long that I've lost it now, and I actually miss that feeling. That kind of it just sounds like
uh,
one long shubba shubba shubba, and
yeah, the
it
shows
can be
and the
done.
shows, and it goes in that flow. And when people are talking, it's really nice to hear them. But yes, to learn Polish language is kind of difficult. Is what I feel.
Now, what we're gonna do in a second
Mhm.
is show. So, this is your top video so far, and And interesting enough, oh, you can see I've been watching it already.
Uh-huh.
This is the one that came up. So I think YouTube just knows I really like the subject of the Warsaw Uprising because it shows me videos. This is
Yeah,
this is the
Warsaw
one that
Uprising.
um, I saw you on, and let me just make it larger. See, this is what happens when you do lives and you try and bring in technology, guys.
Yes,
Just bear with me because I want to show you a few scenes.
the screen is lagging. Actually, I can hear you first, and then I can see your video later.
Yeah, that's fine. These things happen on a technical
Mm.
basis. As long as you can hear me, it's all good. So
Yeah.
let's maybe bring that off because that's obviously not being successful.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we'll. Why don't we just hide that screen, guys? Should we just do that? Let's get rid of that. All right. Okay, we're going to go back to hop. I think my computer's having a bit of a hard day today. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're back. So, W hour, the emotional moment when Warsaw stops for a second, and you were there to witness it and tell it to the world, and it's your top video so far.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, yeah. So last year when I was just new to Warsaw, and I was with one of my friends. I was walking through that lane. Never knew that there was going to happen such kind of event or something, and I wasn't vlogging that time. So I was just walking through that lane, and all of a sudden, never that I've heard cars honking in Warsaw, and that moment when it was 5 p.m. and all the cars were stopped and everything, and I was quite, actually I was not in the center part, I was a little behind it, and I could just see that there was something, there was some fireworks, there were red light fireworks, and there was red smoke and everything, and the cars were honking, and there were a lot of now the sound of bikes and stuff, but then I had no clue about what that was. I mean, what was it happening? The next day, I have a few groups joined on my Facebook, and that's how I came to know that this was some kind of historic moment for Warsaw and the people of here. And that is something that I had in my mind, that next year, when if at all I am in Warsaw, I am definitely going there, because I want to see what actually people are doing there in the center part. Although I was there behind me, I didn't know what was actually happening there. And this year, when it was the time, and actually we were out somewhere, and me and my husband and I, and we were like, it somehow stuck, and I think that struck because of this Facebook group itself. They had posted a group saying that it's going to be a Warsaw Uprising Day, and that's how it struck. That is this is the event that I wanted to visit the next year. So that's how I asked my husband that we are going here, I want to shoot this part, I want to take this in my channel, so that um, I did it because I wanted people to see it, and moreover, the history behind it was very, very interesting, and not only interesting, but it had its emotional touch, which was really very nice. And I wanted people to know about it. I mean, it's a very big achievement, and why not? People should know about it. I mean,
Yes.
not just people should not know Warsaw or Poland only because of the wars. They should know because of these kind of events as well. Although this event was a part of celebration of this war, but then that was my perspective of filming this video and putting it up on my channel. But yes, I got a really very great response from people, and people loved it also. People have been, I mean, yeah, there were negative comments on the video, but nevertheless, that's fine. But there were great comments as well, that people were saying, good things about it. I mean, thank you and everything of that sort. But then,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I felt, and basically the emotions and the history behind it, and what all had happened here, and why is it celebrated here, is what was more important for me to put up in that video. Yeah.
It was very sweet. It was very sweet, and seeing the comments from people, they seem to really appreciate. And what I like, Sally, is that you don't pretend to be some amazing expert. You're just sharing the journey that you're on, and you're
Absolutely. I mean, I am just sharing everything that I love, so that I think people would also love it. I think people would love it. And by now, it's been a journey of almost 8, 9 months of my YouTube channel. And I think whatever that I'm sharing, the things that I love that I'm sharing, whatever the things are, the experiences, or whatever it is, the content that I'm sharing, people are actually enjoying
Yeah.
it. What makes me really happy. And yeah.
Sally, what would you say to anyone who is thinking about moving to Poland that wasn't quite sure from any culture, not just from India?
Mhm. Definitely, definitely. Poland has so many things to offer, so many things. I mean, almost, uh, if I were to say, now that my personal experience is living in Warsaw, I would say you have every kind of stuff. You have everything available here. If somebody wants to move from Asia here, if somebody wants to move from US to here to Poland, I mean, you have everything accessible. You have everything. I mean, uh, the food, or the kind of people that are ready to help, or you could just say, I mean, the kind of restaurants that are here, or kind of places that people generally love to visit, is something that people would love after coming to Poland. So yeah, why not? I would highly recommend anyone to come to Poland. I mean,
Well, now I have to ask you, Sayali, where is the heart of Poland? That's the question we ask our guests.
oh my gosh. uh, at the heart of Poland, uh, this is actually very difficult for me to answer. I mean, it's it's I would say it's in the people, because the Polish people, they have nurtured their cultures in such a way that the atmosphere or the surrounding, it makes very uh, it's very lovable. I mean, that's what I feel. I'm not sure about other people, but that's what I feel. The people around here, the kind of surrounding they have created, the kind of uh, the kindness, the helpfulness, the humbleness of the people is what I like more about Poland. So I would say it's in the people. And yes, the
I
places here are really fantastic to watch.
in my crazy scientific study of Poland, this is the answer that everyone comes back to. So I think you're on good ground because I would agree, and hundreds of the Heart of Poland guests have agreed that it really does come back down to the people.
All
Although,
right.
although the mountains, the beaches, and the other things that you've shown are also great.
Yeah, yeah. Sightseeing is something that you go in any country, you are going to have good visual sights. So yeah, that's not something very very different. So each country or each nation has their own heritage or own history or own uh, places to visit. But yeah, people here are humble. So I actually enjoy staying here. And that, like I said earlier as well, that it's been 1.5 year, and I am missing my family. I am missing my people from India. But I like to live here as well. I love to live here. I mean, I miss that, but I love to live here as well.
Yeah,
I mean, if that makes sense, and if
it
I'm
makes
conveying it
perfect sense.
correct.
It does, it does, and that's the thing about Poland, guys. Once you get your foot on the soil, it's kind of it gets a bit sticky, muddy, and you can't get out
Absolutely,
again.
absolutely. It's not going off.
Awesome, Sadie. Thank you for sharing your journey. And can you let us know what you're working on at the moment? Have you got another film, and can you give us a little exclusive? Because we love exclusives on Heart of
Yeah,
Poland.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah. So my next video is gonna come up on. It's actually meant for people who want to travel to Poland or who are planning to travel to Poland. It's basically upon the work permit, that is issued in Poland. So it's basically majority of the viewers on my channel are asking me, how can I get to Poland, and what are the things that I would, how is that I can get a job here, or what are the documents required here. So that's how I thought, I could make a video on this and let people know what exactly are the processes and what are the documents or what are the things that you would require if you want to come to Poland.
Okay, guys. So you can look for Sadie. But can you say your surname Rahate if I say it?
Perfect.
Yeah, I got it right.
That's the perfect
I
one. It's
practiced before the
Sayali
show,
Rahate.
guys, and I knew the more I practiced, the harder I thought. There you go. So you can
It's
look for
perfect.
Sayali online on YouTube. Her channel is growing, and her experience is interesting, and I highly recommend it. Sayali, thank you for being such a warm,
Thank you
down to
very
earth,
much.
and
Thank you.
energetic
Thank you.
guest. So,
Thank you
ladies and
for
gentlemen,
having me.
like I say, 103rd or 4th, it's getting crazy now. This Heart of Poland snowball is just growing and glowing, and like a fire in an ember is just getting bigger. So, got a really interesting conversation coming up for next week, and another YouTuber coming in 2 weeks. So, we're talking to people from all different walks of life. Make sure you check out all the episodes of Heart of Poland on thefirstnews.com. It is the premier English language site for everything and anything to do with Poland. You've got culture, news, sports, politics, business, and of course, coronavirus, which, as Sally and I were discussing before the show, has unfortunately started to rear its head again across the world, across Europe, and across Poland. So, if you want to stay up to date with the latest news, visit thefirstnews.com and share this episode of Heart of Poland on whatever social platform you happen to frequent. We're on all of them except for TikTok. We have our limits. So, Sally, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see
Thank
you
you very
again.
much, Farming. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Namaste. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
again for another episode of Heart of
Yeah.
Poland.
Bye bye.
Bye.